And a quick startup here as they went from both teams out in the outfields and stretching, warming up to ball one by starting pitcher number 13, Cassidy Farrell for Tyler. And we'll set the lineups as we go. Courtney Mayer once again leading off for Paris. And playing second. As check swing there. Not going to call it, so a 1-1 count for Mayer. Or a 2-1 count for Mayer. Ball one way outside. Or ball three way outside. And ball four outside. So game two starts off with a walk by Courtney Mayer. At the plate now is number 8, Janelle Ortiz. Back in center field for game two. Looks at ball one, low. One on, no outs for Paris. Ball two, low.
Nicole being the softball coach?
Yeah, her and I live together.
Oh, I didn't
I rent
know.
a room from her. Yeah, and so the other problem is that usually.
How much you have to pay? I might undercut her. And I live real close to the campus.
Cheap. She lives real close to. We live off of.
Strike one, so 2-1 count
Oh, that's good.
for Ortiz.
5 minutes.
As we still try to get
You know, besides-
lineup set.
You live right beside us?
Yeah,
I live beside us.
I live.
As we got the lineups, and then they jumped out on the field ready to play. As that'll be a F8 for Ortiz.
Why is that a problem?
Now batting number 15, Susie Sosa.
Batting in the 3-hole, Susanna Sosa, number 15. She's a designated player for Paris for game two.
Oh, she's in Kilgore, that ain't
She's in Athens.
that far. Oh, I thought they played Kilgore.
I think they're trying to get out and play Kilgore Saturday.
Oh, here.
Strike one to Sosa.
You gotta keep her. I'm not doing dog duty.
Farrell gets her swinging for strike two, 0-2 count. Farrell comes in with a 1.24 ERA, 14-0 on the year. 84 2/3 innings pitched. Only giving up 36 walks and 86 strikeouts. One, two count now for Sosa. On deck for Paris is Sierra Valdez. As Sosa goes down swinging. So 2 outs now for Tyler.
Now batting number 14,
Or
Sarah
for-
Valdez.
Cassidy Farrell in the Apaches.
Didn't Nicole have a
Valdez now to the plate. She's at third.
Not that I've seen.
Batting in the 4-hole today.
she married?
And a steal attempt. Can't quite hang on to it. So Courtney Mayer will get the stolen base, and that'll be a strike at the plate.
She bought the house or she,
Bought it.
she's more confident in that.
Looks at strike two.
Cause they don't give the coaches, what, 2 or 3 year contracts?
I don't know. Probably 2.
Tried to get her to chase that one, but up and away. That one gets away from Joe Rivera behind the plate for game two, as Courtney Mayer sneaks on over to third. That one's going to line over to Crowder at short, so easy 6-3 out to end the top half.
Egg.
So to set the batting order for the visitors from Paris, it was Courtney Mayer, Janelle Ortiz, Suzanne Sosa, Sierra Valdez, and then we'll have Emily Wolf, Brooke January, Taylor Rivera, Crystal Andrade, and Destiny Diaz. And on the mound for Paris is Elizabeth Aarons.
She doesn't like leftovers.
Elizabeth Aarons has a 2.85 ERA, 5-4 record on the year. So we're headed to the bottom of the first. No runs across for Paris. We'll get the TJC lineup, get that set, and then come back for the bottom of the first. And back here in the bottom of the first, your TJC lineup is Crowder, Mills, Huey, Duran, Landry, Heron, Rivera, Witten, and Becker. Crowder in game one went 3 for 4,
Good grief.
as that one almost hit the bull for ball two.
Three and oh.
And Crowder draws the walk.
So where's your confidence?
So Haley Mills comes to the plate.
You didn't go to kill?
Mills went 2 for 3 with a walk in game one and a home run, 2-run home run. As looks at the inside pitch for ball one.
No, actually, I feel like he was over here. Corderos. And then went over to College Station for a year.
And a bunt bunt that's just beautiful right down the near side and going to bunt for a hit. So a 1B2 for Haley Mills as Crowder advances over to second. So now 2 on for Tana Huey.
You finished over there?
Now batting number 15, Tana Huey.
Huey shows a little bunt to see what the defense is going to throw at her.
Good
Huey
bunt,
bunts
good
right
bunt.
back to the pitcher, but moves the runners. So a sac bunt by Huey. She's out by way of 1-3,
We have two.
but moved the runners. So a good base knock now here by Duran could potentially open up the scoring early for Tyler.
Longby's moving back up to 6A next year.
Now batting number 16, Marina Duran.
As Duran looks at ball one low and in the dirt.
I predict this girl doesn't go through 2 innings.
It's a little swirly.
Flies over to the right fielder. Runners will tag. And Crowder will go ahead and score. So
2 out.
Duran will have a F9, but an RBI on it. So TJC already on the board here in the bottom of the first. Coming to the plate is designated player Amber Landry.
Now batting number 21, Amber Landry.
Whoa. Yes, baby. Shut up. Stick to your side of the table, Chuck.
PA running a little bit slow, trying to announce players the first as the pitch is going, but as Landry looks at ball 2. Landry 1 for 3 in the first game with a double
Sports communication or sports management?
Athletic.
and an RBI.
Never mind.
Close though.
Shows bunt to see what's going on and draws the strike.
And what does that qualify you to do?
You know, I don't really know. Just be better at my job, I guess. Or qualify for my job. Do more, probably.
Swings at strike 2.
Are you from around here?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Born here.
Tyler, Texas.
Tyler, Texas.
Where'd you go to school?
Post high school. I went to Lee at graduate.
Ropes that one back up the middle, get another RBI. So Mills will score. And Landry will get an RBI out of a 1B8.
After Lee, I went to TJC 2 years,
Now batting number 24, Carly Heron.
then across town, UT Dial.
As a pass ball, we'll put Landry
I was
over on second.
1975. UT Dial.
Carly Heron went 1 for 2 with a walk
3 degrees.
and a double.
Every time they change.
As ball low and Landry will still third.
I got one from Tyler State College, Texas Eastern University, University of Texas at Tyler.
What's Texas Eastern?
That was the name before it was University of Texas at Tyler.
Oh, okay.
And looks at strike one on the outside, so 2-1 count. Landry sitting on third. 2 runs already across here in the bottom of the first.
Kinesiology.
Oh my God.
I don't know if possessed me to do that.
Oh,
And
cross
roped
that
it
one
deep
foul.
left. Gonna be foul, but right at the fence.
So you can be an athletic trainer too. Just multi-job.
I know. Tell me. I thought about that for a while, but their hours are too crazy.
Right.
Looks like it's gonna loop into
Run.
right center.
There's another one.
Landry will score. As Carly will get a 1B9. And the PA is silent, where it should be a good old war chant. But sometimes you can't hire good help these days. As Carly Heron will get herself on base and another RBI. So TJC has already had 3 runs across here in the bottom of the first.
What is it, 8 after 5?
There's a lack of organization to the laptop. Causes me to have to search for things.
And I'm in the middle.
Now batting for Tyler, number 17, Joe Rivera.
Coming to plate now, catcher Joe Rivera.
So why didn't you play soccer for DT Tyler?
After TJC, I thought that I was done. I was really tired, and just like my body, I was just tired.
Looks at ball 2, so
And then
2-0 count.
And then I went over there and tried to do that, and then just realized that it probably wasn't my direction. And then, I don't know, big mistake though. I wish I would.
Big swing there. It's 2-1, 2 outs, 1 on for Tyler.
I don't think I would have been. If I would have played, I wouldn't have been free to help Coach Rose, coach a little bit, and then play this job. So, everything happens for a reason.
Looks at a little bit of a ball low.
I wish I would have.
So 3-1 count now for Rivera.
So the soccer program out there evidently is really good.
At UT Tyler.
Pop up to short, so that'll be a
One,
F6.
as a freshman, we lost the final national tournament, and then we won the whole thing when I was
So
sophomore.
TJC in the bottom of the first. Strands 1, but gets 3 across. TJC goes into the second with a lead 3-0 over here in Paris. Up for Paris here in the top of the second. You have 5, 6, 7. Wolf, January, and Taylor Rivera.
Now batting for the Dragons, number 12, Emily Wolf. What did you ask?
Wolf in game 1 went 0 for 3.
That's foul.
And she ropes that one foul. One and one now to Wolf. Fouled back, now 1 and 2.
Uh-oh.
Deep left pop up. Turning around and able to track it down, though, is Brittany Witten.
Excellent put out.
So that'll be an F7. Now we have our first
Now batting, number 10, Peyton Walker.
semi sub of the game. Number 10, Peyton Walker. And the reason I say semi sub because I still don't fully understand the designated player substitution portion of softball. I was able to sub players in and out. I apologize for that one. But Peyton Walker to the plate for her first appearance for game 2.
No.
Don't put me in the middle. I just had a question. I didn't mean to start a controversy.
Gets on and knows all the rules.
As she grounds out 1-3.
Fix some singing love is flowing like a river.
Now batting, number 22, Taylor Rivera.
Sure didn't know you grew up in the same city.
Now batting is Taylor Rivera. A one-pitch swing and little dribbler off to Brooke
Went through one.
or Lauren Becker. So an easy 5-3. So down in order for the Paris Dragons as Cassidy Farrell only tallies up 23. She only had 6 pitches that inning to get 3 outs. Coming up for Tyler in the bottom half of the second, 8-9-1, Witten, Becker, and Crowder. We'll be back here in a minute. TJC leads 3-0 heading into the bottom of the second.
Well, she's pretty much a
Already a pitching change for
There has to be an even amount.
Paris. Here in the second inning, number 2, Lindsey Jacobs on the mound for Paris. Lindsey Jacobs has a 2.16 ERA, 7-2 record, has made 14 appearances, 9 starts. At the plate for Tyler is number 12, Brittany Witten.
So when we bring in men's lacrosse, we'll have to have a women's lacrosse team too.
Let's do a little football, because football is not as many scholarships. So let's be even with those scholarships for those boys.
Strike one called.
Yeah, so like, because baseball has such a big roster, and so does football. So I have a lot to do with that too.
Well, baseball's D3,
Right.
football's D1,
Yep.
where they have about 50.
Fly out to the right side and opposite field home run for Brittany Witten. So after going 4 scoreless in game 1, TJC opens up the runs early here in game 2.
Four more, good job.
Now up to bat, Lauren Becker.
Now batting number 2, Lauren Becker.
Becker looks at strike 1.
400 degrees in
That's my business. Just
Ball 1, low and outside.
I didn't want a master's. I was sick of school. I went to school for 5 years, every night. Monday through Thursday night. I never went to day school.
Really?
Even at TJC, night school, every bit of that.
So you can work during the day?
I could work, I was in love. I was married.
How early did you choose to get married? What age?
She was 18 and I was 19.
Wow.
Ball 2. So 2-1 count now for Becker. Looks at strike 2, so 2-2 count.
In this June, we would have been married 46 years.
Wow. That's a long time.
Yeah, my present wife. That's what I call her.
You went right.
Cuts at that one to stay alive and fouls it back.
That's like half your life. Over half your life.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Had to do it all over again. I probably would have married her when she was 12.
That would have been a little weird. Have you known her all your life?
High school.
Yeah.
That's about
How many kids do you have?
Ball 3 in the dirt.
it. 2.
So full count.
One boy, one girl.
Where are they?
Tony lives in Mansfield. And my daughter lives in Round Rock.
Stays alive with that one. Fouls it back.
Both of them make more money than I ever thought about making. So.
What do they do?
Well, my son's a software engineer. My daughter is she's the regional manager for Jack Links, Beef Jerky.
Ah, cool. I love jerky.
Stays alive and fights that one. Fouls that one off the right side over by the indoor batting cage area.
I'm surprised there isn't some up there in your office. She bought like boxes of it and gave it to Andy
When?
last year.
I don't remember
I've been there.
that.
I've taken a couple of sacks of it up there.
Well, not when I was around.
I don't know who got it. Judd, maybe.
Probably.
Reached out for that one's gonna
She got it.
was a foul, but in foul territory. But once again, coming over and making that grab is Crystal Andrade. did the same thing in game one a few different times. So 1 out. Back to the top of the lineup for Tyler. Number 5, Jaslyn Crowder.
This Crowder's gonna jack one out of here.
Now batting number 5, Jaslyn Crowder.
They're hitting this girl pretty good now.
Looks at strike 1.
That's a different girl.
Crowder?
No, that's a different picture.
Oh, yeah, from the first game?
No, from the first inning.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, for sure.
You got a new picture too?
Glad someone knows what we're doing. Hi.
Crowder fouls that one back. Another TJC action. Baseball teams cross town on the west side of Tyler, taking on the Bossier Parish Cavaliers. They're currently knotted at 2s in the bottom of the third. Counts 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now popping towards the right field area, able to grab it. Once again is Andrade. So back-to-back F9s for the Apaches. Brings up Haley Mills.
Now batting number 3, Haley Mills.
Second pitch swinging is going to try to drop in, but will be a F4. So 4 straight flyouts after a Brittany Witten home run. So at the end of 2, TJC leads 4-0 over the visitors from Paris. Coming up in the top of the third will be 8-9-1, Andrade, Diaz, and Mayer for Paris. Headed to the top of the third, TJC 4, Paris 0.
You know where to find it?
At the plate for Paris, number 13, Crystal Andrade looks at ball 1.
Now batting number 13, Crystal Andrade.
Call me when you get back in the car.
Foul ball. Almost cue balled that one. So 1-1 count for Andrade.
Are you good friends with Siri?
Oh, yeah.
More so than Google?
No, I like Google better. I have a stronger relationship with Google.
Looks at ball 2. High and away. Reached out for that one. And that's just going to
Yeah.
pop and hit, though. Hit and roll the opposite direction. We'll give it a 1B1.
Oh. You got both wrong.
At the plate is number 5, Destiny Diaz. Game 1, Diaz went 0 for 2.
Destiny Diaz.
Fly out to left and a fly out to second base. Squares around, shows bunt, pulls it back, tries to slap at it. Just a dribbler over to Haley Mills. So Andrade will get over to second. Diaz will be out by way of a 4-3.
Number 3, Courtney Mayer.
So back to the top of the lineup for Paris. Number 3, Courtney Mayer. Drew a walker first time up in game 2. Looks at strike 1 on the outside.
They're giving her way too big of a home.
Oh, she's slapping her. Never mind.
No, they got her played right.
1-1 count to Mayer. 1 on and 1 out. One, 2 count. Ball just on the outside.
She should be taking that.
2-2 count. Low and away, so full count now
Just to go do your laundry or you have to do your own?
for Mayer.
Laundry. Such a drag.
Well, what kind of landlord is she?
I'm very good.
And draws the walk. So 2 on, 1 out
Now batting number 8, Janelle Ortiz.
for Janelle Ortiz. Ortiz flew out to center field her first time up here in game 2. And was 3 for 3 with singles to center, third, and left field in game 1. So boots it up over to Crowder.
That's a hit.
Ball had some heat on it. It moves Andrade over to third, Mayer over to second. And even if she would have got to it, I think she still would have got there to first. So 1B6, at least in my scorebook.
Singing with a bat.
So bases are loaded
Oh, sorry.
You're included in all my comments.
for Susanna Sosa. Sosa coming into the day Had a 343 average,
Sosa.
25 RBIs, 5 doubles and 9 home runs. Leads the team in home runs. Delay strike call there
Right? I was just thinking
on the outside corner. 1 out, bases loaded for Sosa. 0-1 count. Farrell throwing that one a little bit outside. Got her swinging on that one. So 1-2 count. One-two count. Bases loaded. 1 out.
Wasted pitch. That's all right.
Try to get her to chase that one. 2-2.
Oh, she went.
And going to get her swinging on that one.
2 outs.
Now batting number 14, Sierra Valdez.
Farrell with her second K. Both are from Sosa so far. At the plate now, Sierra Valdez. 2 outs and bases loaded. Dribbles it right back to Farrell in an easy 1-3 toss. Gets out of the inning. So a little bit of trouble that time. Paris strands 3, but TJC is able to get out of it with a K and a easy 1-3 toss. So we'll go into the bottom of the third. TJC 4, Paris 0.
Now batting number 15, Tana Huey.
At the plate for Tyler, Tana Huey. TJC has 3-4-5 coming to the plate. She looks at ball 1 on the ground in front of her. Called strike 1 on the inside, so 1-1 now for Huey.
Stick that light out there.
Called ball 2.
So did you have somebody in high school that you were in love with and broke your heart?
No.
And tries to
I
quick bunt that one. Goes out of play.
junior year to about my freshman year of college, and then on and off
He broke your
throughout
heart.
last year.
He broke
Other
your
way
heart.
around, Pete.
Oh, you
Other
broke
way
his heart.
around.
What did he do wrong?
Nothing.
So 2-2 count.
Actually, just realized the last time around that I wasn't gonna marry the kid, so what's the point?
And that
Yeah,
Got her in the elbow pad.
How many outs are there? None?
So hit by pitch, gets her on to first. Up to bat is Marina Duran.
Now batting for Tyler, number 16, Marina Duran.
Reaches out for the bunt as Huey will go around on the pass ball. So Duran now 0-1 count, no outs.
So you haven't
Ball
contacted-
one on the outside.
Yeah, actually, a little bit. Not so much anymore, but a little bit here and there.
Well, after you probably got married, you probably, he didn't want to see you as much or something.
No, he actually, went to the army and then,
2-1 count for
got
Duran.
injured really bad in training, yeah, and then, got honorably discharged from basic training because he got injured.
Ropes that one into left field. Huey will
From here and there,
hold up at third.
when you date someone when you're a kid, they kind of become like, your BFF, so it's kind of like.
So 1B7, runner on the corners
Yeah, but he lives in.
for Amber Landry.
Now batting number 21, Amber Landry.
Fouls that one back. Runners on the corners, no outs. 0-1 count for Landry. Check swing and called for it.
Do you know yet what the conference softball tournament's gonna be?
Yeah, St. Jack Regionals.
0-2 to Landry.
You'll be able to update it.
Watches that one on the outside. Chases that one out and away for strike three. So 1 out, runners on the corners. Up next is Carly Heron. Last time up had a single to right field.
Now batting number 24, Carly Heron.
She's great.
Gets a hold of that one on the inside and sends it into the TJC dugout. Watches that one on the outside. 1-1 count now.
This guy that's dating high school, they had to be real quiet
No,
in your life.
no. Not really.
Looks at it. Ball 2 low.
I'm not in a rush to
Mm-hmm.
get married or nothing anyways.
Ball 3 low and away.
Well, if it happens, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
So Chuck's taking, so, yeah. He's so good.
Yeah.
Get
Ropes that one. Gets able to grab it is
Damn,
Courtney Mayer over at second.
she saved the run. MVP.
Give her a L4. Line drive over. Brings up Joe Rivera for Tyler.
Do we have to run 2 buses out here?
Now batting number 17, Joe Rivera.
Well, who are these buses over here belong to? Really? That's a hit.
Gets in the gap. Will score at 1. Tana Huey will go ahead and come on in. Duran will get over to second. So Rivera will be on by way of 1B7. Brings up Brittany Witten. Last time up,
You mean our players at the drive?
had a home run.
Now batting number 12, Brittany Witten.
She looks at ball 1.
Driving fault in the car?
Gets a piece of that one. Goes back and out of play.
Fault in the car, yeah. Police. Singing driving back down.
Looks at ball 2 on the outside.
That's about 7 o'clock in the morning till 11 o'clock.
So 2 outs, 2 on. And 2-1 count here for Witten.
Far out. Or basketball.
Ball a little low on the outside.
Or softball.
So 3-1.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Ropes that one over to the shortstop. Tries to get it over, and it's actually safe.
Safe there. Got it.
So she'll get a hit out of it. So Witten will be on by way of 1B6. And then
Figure out the rest of it.
Duran will get on or be thrown out at home. So TJC strands or leaves 3 on. But does get 1 across, so extends the lead. Heading to the top of the 4th. TJC leads 5-0. Up to bat for
Well, and then
the Dragons here in the top of the fourth is 5-6-7. Wolf, January, and Rivera.
So what do you do when you're not working?
That one fouled off. Now 1-1 count.
So you made some good friends here in Big G.
Some of my good friends from here, actually, like from playing. My best friend from Tyler, from playing soccer. She lives here. Her and her husband.
Looks at ball 2.
So she's here, so I hang out with her a lot. Nicole,
She invited you to her wedding?
I was a bridesmaid.
All right. Did you consider
Fouled off the left field line. 2-2 count now for Wolf.
So she's here, and then I got friends from UT Tyler here, and then a couple of friends from home that live here now, and hang out with Nicole and a couple of girls that work
And got her chasing that one and swinging. So
school too. So
Wolf, who came in with a team leading 500 average,
Now batting number 10, Peyton Walker.
went 0 for 3 in game 1. Now is 0 for 2 in game 2 in the 5 hole. Batting for Brooke January's number 10, Peyton Walker. Looks at ball 1 low.
yeah, I do baseball. I don't do softball.
And see, they screwed up big time. They built the video board
And ball 2.
for softball, and their press box for softball, I'm not kidding you.
It's small, huh?
Oh, it's about from here to that wall.
You're kidding.
And they got, there's no room for anybody. You're lucky to get 3 people in there.
2-0 count. Looks at strike 1, so 2-1.
Now, baseball is about twice as big as this.
Oh, really?
Plenty of room for baseball.
There's a lot of room at McCarty.
Well, they must have redone it.
Little blue popper right back to Farrell. So that'll be a F1 for Walker. Brings to the plate number 22, Taylor Rivera.
Now batting number 22, Taylor Rivera.
You got 2 outs? What I got? Strike, delay, come on. Show it.
Gonna call that one a ball 1.
Looks like it. I used to play a lot of golf, but I hadn't played.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Looks at ball 2 high and away.
When I was working, before I had my own business, I worked for those folks. Every day, we're talking every day, 7 days a week.
You're playing golf?
I was out there.
Gets the tip of that one, able to get to it as Mills and pop that over to Duran. So a 3 up, 3 down inning for Tyler.
4 o'clock afternoon till dark,
Yeah.
every day.
So going into the bottom half of the 4th, TJC leads 5-0
I pretty much cut back on the weekends. I would play that.
with
Yeah.
9-1-2 coming up. Becker, Crowder, and Mills coming up here in the bottom of the 4th. We'll be back in a moment. TJC leads 5-0.
number 2, Lauren Becker.
At the plate, Lauren Becker.
So was Sherry working at TJC, she just transferred in, or?
No, I don't think she had a job at the time. I know she worked for training.
Becker looks at ball 1,
I don't know what she was doing at the time.
ball 2 on the outside.
She seemed like a nice lady.
She's super nice, yeah.
Present company excluded, she hadn't been poisoned yet.
Yeah.
So 2-0 count to Becker. 3-0 count to Becker.
Is she there all the time?
Yeah.
So she's full-time.
Becker draws the first up walk.
Home run coming out.
Brings up top of the lineup Jaslyn Crowder. Walked her first time up and then flew out to right field.
Now batting number 5, Jaslyn Crowder.
Strike called on the outside corner. Swung on that one and fouled over to the covered hitting area. Swats at that one. Line drive. Hits the bottom of the fence. Going to be a stand-up double. As Becker rounds it off to third. Crowder gets a 2B7. That brings up Haley Mills. 1 for 2 on the day.
That's her walk-up music?
Now batting number 3, Haley Mills.
The parent trap.
Looks at ball 1 down low. Called strike on the outside, so 1-1 count now for Mills. No outs, 2 runners in scoring position for Tyler.
Tell Nicole, I need one of the Greeks bands. I don't know what she calls.
Swats at that one
We like it.
and gonna call her for the double play as she caught it and touched the bag all in one. So Crowder will get the 6 unassisted on the fly out. And Mills will get the F6. So now 2 outs, 1 on for Tyler. As Tana Huey
Now batting
comes to the
number
plate.
18, Tana Huey.
Strike on the inside.
The board of fans are getting restless.
Ball on the inside. 1-1 count now for Huey. Checked up on the swing, so 2-1 count now. Pops that one up for an easy F2. So TJC strands one. After a promising start to the inning, Paris able to get out of that one with no runs across. So TJC heads into the top of the fifth. TJC 5, Paris 0.
Beneficial for dinner.
At the plate for
Shelby Little.
Paris. Batting for Crystal Andrade is number 30, Shelby Little. Little comes in with a 133 batting average. Has 15 plate appearances. Takes a big cut there. 1-2 count now for Little. Looks at ball 2 high and outside. Slaps at that one and
Look at this. Oh, no.
runs it out. So after the 1B9,
You got a designated runner number
we have
13.
Crystal Andrade coming back into her spot and going to be the runner. So at the plate is number 5, Destiny Diaz.
Number 5, Destiny Diaz.
Diaz grounded out to second. Her first plate appearance in the third. As that one pop over into right field. Easy one pitch swinging out as an F9. So 1 out and 1 on for Courtney Mayer. Her third appearance at the plate, drew 2 walks so far today, or game 2,
Courtney Mayer.
after going 0 for 3 in game 1. So far has 2 walks, a stolen base here in game 2. She looks at ball 1. Check swings that one, makes enough contact to get it through. That'll advance Andrade to second. So 2 on, 1 out for number 8 Ortiz at the plate. 1 for 2 during game 2. She singled to short back in the 3rd inning. Looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Gets her swinging for strike 3, so 2 outs, 2 on now for Paris.
That's pretty good.
And
Now batting number 6, Ashley Herrera.
Ashley Herrera now into bat for Susanna Sosa. Takes a big cut at strike 1.
Field goal must be
What's the
2 and 4.
Barely gets a hold of one late. Rolls down the right field line foul.
What's Central Time? So the game's at 8:20 today. That sucks.
The game.
Basketball.
Oh, it's at 8:20. Yeah, I'll be asleep. 40 minutes. It's the end of the game.
0-2. Wanted to go after it, but left it alone. 1-2 count now for Herrera.
That might be Eastern time, posted to be 7:20 here. I bet you that's what it is. It's in Houston, isn't it?
Ball low. Rivera able to block and stay in front of it. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 on for Paris. As Rivera can't hang on to that one. Runners advance.
Eastern, so it's 8:20.
So runners on second and third. Full count. 2 outs for Ashley Herrera at the plate. And got her swinging on that one for out number 3. So TJC forces 2 to stay on the bag for Paris as we go into the bottom of the 5th. TJC leading 5-0. To lead off the bottom of the fifth for Tyler, you have number 4, 5, and 6. Duran, Landry, and Heron.
Now batting number 16, Marina Duran.
Fouled that one back off to the right.
Did the Astros and the Yankees ever get going?
Looks at strike 2 on the outside corner. Ball 1 sails high and outside. Ball 2 on the outside. If by chance you're still waiting on the Astros game to start, you have to wait about 24 hours or so, as that game was rescheduled for 12:05 Central tomorrow due to inclement weather in that area up in New York. So we have to wait another day for Astros opening, where the Ranger fans should get that game should be underway here in about 30 minutes. As Duran fights off that one, fouls it out of play.
Why?
Duran staying alive and popping that one back. So full count once again for Duran at the plate. Cuts at that one, stays alive. Another TJC action. TJC baseball is up 8-3 in the top of the fifth over on the west side of town. Over at Mike Carter Field. TJC hosting the Bossier Parish Cavaliers.
Quality at bat.
As Duran is coming up on 10 pitches this at bat. And draws the walk. So Duran draws the leadoff walk on 10 pitches. Brings to the plate number 21, Amber Landry.
Now batting number 21, Amber Landry.
Goes to try to bunt it, pops it up. Luckily, he got a little bit too far out of play, so couldn't be caught. Wanted to take a cut at that one, but one and one count now for Landry. Tries the bunt and once again pops it up. So 1 down, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 5th
Number 24, Carly Heron.
for Carly Heron at the plate. Watches one low and outside. Heron 1 for 2 on the day so far. Single in the right field and a line out to second base. And smokes that one deep left center and over. So Carly Heron with a 2-run shot.
Cause I only have one out.
So with 1 out, TJC now leads 7-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. And looks like Paris will go into a pitching change.
Finally, we got the music going. Good.
Looks like it's number 7, Sela Joe Hernandez. Hernandez comes in with a 3.26 ERA, 4-2 record on the year. If TJC can manufacture one more run this inning, be a game over with a run rule, 8 after 5. Rivera is 1 for 2 on the day. Flew out to shorter first time up in the first inning, and then in the third, hit a single out to left field.
Now batting number 17, Joe Rivera.
Ball 1 to Rivera. Ball 2 hitting the dirt on the outside.
If we win today, what will our record be? 43-1? 44-1? Huh? 44-1.
Looks at strike 1.
Conference record? 4? 8?
35.
35. What? $17 Conference.
3-1 count to Rivera. Pops that one up to the right side, unable to get to it. So Rivera will come back for a full count. On deck is Brittany Witten, 2 for 2 for game 2, with a home run and a single. Pops that one back out of play. Pops that one back and able to get it before it hits the net for a dead ball is Peyton Walker. So 2 outs, no one on for Brittany Witten.
Now batting number 12, Brittany Witten.
Looks at ball 1 high. Gets that one through the gap into left field. So a 1B7 for Witten.
Fish girl can get on, it's over. Crowd's in.
Coming to the plate is Lauren Becker in the 9 hole for the Apaches. So 1 on, 2 outs.
Now batting number 2, Lauren Becker.
Beckers flew out to right field and walked her 2 times up as she looks at ball 1. And smokes that one into left center. Coming around is Brittany Witten. Whitney's going to try to score, and that's going to be ball game, folks, as a 2B8 by Becker will score Witten as she came on around. And TJC will win this 8-0. Tyler improves to 44-1 on the year, 18-0 in conference play. Paris will drop to 27-13 on the year and 8-6 in conference play. TJC hits the road on Wednesday and will play at Trinity Valley on the 6th. And then they'll be back here at Schwab Field on the 9th. We'll be back here on air just a little bit before game time. That game will be starting at 1, so a few minutes before that. So we'll have about the same setup here. As TJC wins this one, wins game 2, 8-0. And improves to 44-1 on the year, 18-0 in conference play. Once again, we'll be back on the air on Saturday just before the 1 o'clock doubleheader versus Kilgore. Hope to see and hear from everybody then. Until next time, thanks, and go Apaches.